Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, to break it off best friends. I don't really.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Knocks it out wide. Aims beyond the defence. Williams. And it's Rijkaard. He can get that clear. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Well read, nice interception. Nico Williams. Messi. Now it's Rizit. He's going for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Distributed tidily. Raul. And that has left him in a heap. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Raul. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's having a shot! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now he's got space here. That's been cut out, well played. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now that looks a decent ball. That'll be a throw-in. Rosicki hit into the middle. Corner then. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Keeper's dealt with that. India have the chance to go the other way. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Beckham. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Bergomi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Rijkaard. Tacho cuts out the pass. Nico Williams.
Arsenal really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that.
And he shoots! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
India are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Pedri. Lovely ball and a real chance now. There's the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Spirited to say the least, certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Camera. Nico Williams. Baresi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. To Camera. Messi. Batistuta producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And that's surely a foul, free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
India looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And it's Rijkaard. Brzezinski gives it back.
That's good pressure, it gave him no other choice.
Chance for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Picked out, can he finish? It's in! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Raul.
There will be 3 minutes
That is
at
not
a
done
time.
well. And they're quick to get it back. And that's gone loose. And he's got the beating of his man. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
And a quick reminder today.
It is
that
quite a
parking in the
game,
area
breathless
around the stadium
and
is strictly
laced with
forbidden.
excitement.
Please
Well, I think
use
the
parking
message
provided
from the
by the
manager at
club or any
half-time
other
will
paid
be
parking
pretty
facilities
simple,
in the
Peter.
area.
He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
India are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we're underway again. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Camera over to the left. That is ended up in no man's land. Pedri. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Beckham is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And the shot! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Arsenal are level.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Brzezinski, and he's forced to go back. Out to the left it goes, and that is expertly dealt with. Camera, well, that pass isn't the best. Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Xavi Simons has it in a wide position. So we've reached the hour mark. And he's been shifted off it. And it's made its way to him. He's had a shot! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Torres! Oh, taken with style! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Back into the middle, Nico Williams receives it in a wide position. And he's heaved it away. And that was nowhere near his best. And that could set him on his way. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Nice looking ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Rijkaard. Now it's Batistuta. He's found a way, and Batistuta! It's a goal! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
India take the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brzezinski. And it's Messi. He's in space and looking for options.
Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Beckham. That's a sharp pass. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. The final 5 minutes. India close now to seeing this one through to the end. Nico Williams. Messi. For Rosicki. Camera. Passes short and sharp. He's on it. Can he get away?
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Arsenal could have here their final chance. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Rijkaard could try cutting
Added minutes
inside
have been
here.
indicated.
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
Throw in. Four added minutes on the board. No, he's just misjudged that one. Nesta. It's a pretty loose pass. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Well, here's one of the standout names of his day, Jim, Dragan Stojkovic.
Yeah, Peter, there was a time when the Balkans produced an incredible number of truly remarkable footballers, and out of them all, he was probably the best, at least technically, I'd say.
And the crowd love him. They're chanting his name. He is their hero. There's little doubt about that.
Well, they can hope for some more heroics here, I guess. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Nesta. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Pedri. Played into space. Batistuta. And Batistuta! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
This might spell... And the finish! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
India are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Hakimi cuts it out. Spread out to the left. Raul. A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Raul certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Two 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. Rijkaard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Good running, strong and purposeful. Raul, driving through the middle. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's whipped it across. That's a decent clearance. Pedri.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, good ball! Nicely aimed pass. Looking for options for movement. Van Dijk. Olise. And Stojkovic. Mbappe. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Olise. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hakimi gets into a good position. Oh, he's not going to get any further than that. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, cracking ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. Stojkovic. Now Mbappe. And that's a good-looking ball. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's run loose here. Can he get on the end of this? Chance! They've scored! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Flashes it across. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. There's the whistle for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
India are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Rijkaard. India looking to pass their way through. And it's Pedri. It's a really well-measured ball. Beckham. He's free, he has got space. Terrific header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Beckham standing over it. Beckham with the short one. Here comes the cross. Big chance! He scores! And this is getting better and better. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
And it's Stojkovic. There's the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Mbappe! That's a good foot in there.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Now there's a fine ball. And Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
India blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
That's a good ball. Decent chance! Yes! It is no contest. It is a landslide. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Beckham, very much a man of this moment. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Beckham. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Olise. Beckham. 75 minutes played. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mendy with the slide tackle there. And it's Beckham. Beckham. Oh, this is a terrific run. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Nesta. Lovely bit of skill. Olise. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Plays a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mendy. That's a throw. And it's Parla. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great defending, strong and determined. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly.
Cambio de jugadores. Habrá 4 minutos
What
de
a throw in.
descuento.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. It's a good run down the left-hand side. It's a promising position. Madrid have it back and can go again. Can he get it through? David Villa, he is onto this. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Bergomi, here's a perfect combination. So that's it, it is all over. India pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Well, we hardly need reminding, Jim, of the strengths of David Beckham. He could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, isn't he, Peter? No one could match his accuracy or technique in delivering the ball.
Oh, what has happened here? Cross. He's got full. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nesta plays it all the way forward. Pedri. Now it's Batistuta. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Raul. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Driving forward. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Raul. He's found a way. Raul! Goal! Milan! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Number 7, Raul!
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bergomi. Van Basten. Van Basten looking for options for movement. He's in plenty of space here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Bergomi is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. India do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a trident. He's going for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Tries to pass it through. Van Basten pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He won't be happy with that one. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Floated through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Pedri. Raul. And it's Pedri. Now it's Batistuta. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Batistuta must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
India truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
India do have a chance to counter here. Half-time getting close now. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Milan looking to pass their way through. Cannavaro. That's Beckham. Rijkaard. Nicely spread. Beckham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
India with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Beckham with the short one. He's on it. Decent chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. This possibly the last play of the half. Beckham with the cross. Chance, surely! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
Substitution on the field.
And the action is back on the way.
Coming on the field.
India can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if...
Good effort from distance. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Raul. And it's Nesta. India do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see...
And Batistuta! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this is Bale. The crop. He gets big. They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played.
Batistuta! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's whipped it across. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's there to belt it away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Raul.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Substitutions taking place.
And it's Nesta. And that's another throw. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Rice. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise. India are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Olise. Has a shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Now it's Olise. And he's intervened well there. Raul.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Rijkaard. Well, that has not gone well. Bergomi. It's Pedri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Kane. Pedri. Driving on and making good progress. That ball looks a good one. Now it's Pedri. Pedri! Dealt with nicely by the defence.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
It's a searching pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. He read that really well and stopped it. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
India needed that, they really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That'll be a corner. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. They've played it short. Cross into the box. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, easy pickings there. Nicely weighted ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Look at the space here. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! Into the lead once more. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches. The smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Driving through the middle. That is Stuta! Thuram attempts a clearance. He's gone for goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Serginho really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's in a great position here. He's having a shot! It's anyone's ball now.
India really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And this is Kane. It's Kane! Classic Kane brilliance! About as smooth as it gets. And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 11.
And yes, it's him again. And we're done. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, you can feel the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit here. Everyone expects, in one of the greatest amphitheatres in this part of the world, the Estadio Más Monumental. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, don't worry too much about sophistication. Oh, what a climb! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking for options for movement. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Out towards the flank, plays it across. Oh, smashing header! Whatever he had in mind, that... And he's had a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Right yard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Beckham to take it as usual.
You start as you mean to go on, Peter. Make this a good one.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Pedri. Argentina are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bale. And this is Pele! Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
That's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Raul. He's gone for goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
India really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's one-on-one, and the shot! And it's a goal! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Argentina really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Lam clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Oh, that wasn't far away.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that was very necessary. Pele?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bergomi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Leicester looking to hit the byline here. Ferdinand getting this one clear. And he's quick to snap. Batistuta! They've got to be quick to recover this. Cross into the box. And that has been cleared. Bale, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Argentina trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Knocks it out wide. He has found the way through.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
He's played it long. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That has ended up in no man's land. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Bale has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Turns and goes back.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, that's well spotted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Crosses it in here. So, third corner of the game. Good read, needed to be. That's going to go a long way. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. And that's been won straight back. Can he latch on to this? Raul looking for the run. Now it's Bale. And that has put paid to that. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
India leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Played out wide, Gattuso spots it and intercepts. Beckham, Costa Curta does really well to win the ball there. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a pretty loose pass. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain, he's almost never outsmarted. Lahm. Seedorf. Argentina finding their passes. Lahm delivers. Cleared without complication. And smartly reclaimed. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth corner of the game. And that should get the job done. Played in, terrific header! That was superb goalkeeping!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pedri. Still just a single goal between the sides. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And they win it back again. Raul. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he was...
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! Argentina are level! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Merkelby. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Ferdinand, or good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Thuram. Lahm. Gattuso. Here's a sharp little ball here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Batistuta, and Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, perfectly measured that. Beckham. Costa Curta proves too strong, too smart. Searching passes played there.
Argentina really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Dida claims it, safe hands. Chance here to counter. Floated through. Cleared without hesitation. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's the chance to counter. Played into space.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Chance! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Gol de Argentina, convertido en el minuto 89. Número 6. Se está realizando un cambio.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that could set him on his way. Shot could be on. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. India may have thrown this away at the death. Dida will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Argentina could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope for...
And that's it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems...
Decent chance! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And wow, he has given that a right old chance, surely! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Jordan Henderson. Azar. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Del Piero with a real chance. Del Piero! And we have our very first corner. Van Dijk gets it away. And that's a throw-in. And here's Kutchu. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Jordan Henderson. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Kutchu. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Beckham.
India are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, that was vital. Chance for a shot! He's scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Driving on and making good progress. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is expertly dealt with. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Gets into some space. Azar going face to face with his great rival. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Big roll! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Raul clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Played out to the right. Ball driven towards the far post. And that has been knocked clear. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. Quality ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Pedri. Raul. That's a cute ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Stood up well to him there. And it's Beckham. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Aims beyond the defence. Cleared without hesitation. Batistuta running with the ball, and he's picked out the run. Face to face with the keeper. threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Nesta. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And it's Kutchu. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cannavaro.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Driving forward. He is through here. Opts for safety. Pedri. Del Piero. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change.
And Batistuta! Pedri. Nesta.
This is the time you need that pace.
Hazard, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Rijkaard. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. That's good defensive concentration. India clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
He's in a great position here, and that's really well manoeuvred. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Carvajal. And here's Batistuta. He's found a way through. Tries to... It's a mighty effort! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Just eases him off the ball. India have the chance to go the other way.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just... Can he finish? He has done it! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part.
Shoots!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. And he's heaved it away. Deftly away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Pedri. To Beckham. Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. He's found a way. Batistuta! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
India have their second corner now. Oh, right place, right time. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now this could be a... Goes for a shot! And he can clear it away. Now can he find a finish? There's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution on the field. Number
India
20,
have their third corner.
Hazard. Number 10, Del Piero.
Beckham with the short one.
Number 9,
He's seen that early,
Batistuta.
used a certain sixth
Coming on the
sense.
field. Number 19,
And now they can spring out of defence.
Number 11, Neymar.
Jordan
Number
Henderson.
17, Baggio.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. The referee's awarded a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear...
Big chance! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Roberto Baggio. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Baggio. Carvajal. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Beckham. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nesta calmly anticipates. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pedri with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution.
Carvajal wriggles his way through.
There will be
Threads
5
one in.
minutes added
He's
time.
having a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Desperate defending required here. Neymar plays it short.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Beckham looking to go deep. Batistuta! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire.